Sadiq Khan's here. Maybe I should have a word with him.
Jamie Oliver, thanks so much for joining us. We're here to talk through your life in meals.
Good luck. It's going to be a hard one. We're blessed in Britain with like a slow season, so beautiful peas, broad beans, barbecue, smoke, fire. Again, like, yeah, being fussy, I'd have 2 barbecues, one slow, one hard and fast. The hard and fast sort of like playing with skewers and just the fun of putting combinations together, whether it was surf and turf or, you know, bits of herb or, you know, bread and pancetta and nice things like that, marinated up. And slow would be like a pork shoulder, just like, you know, slow cooked, falling off the bone, crackling. So I hope so. I dedicated a whole year and a book to it and a series to it. British people tend, and I'm generalising, but it's fair to direct grill, and they're not really sure what to do with the lid. And I'm generalising, but it's true. The lid gives you options to turn into an oven and encapsulate that smoke. And by putting the coals on one side and having the graduated method gives you a hot and a cold area, which gives you so much more control. Hopefully, if I've done my job this year, people might kind of get inspired to try some new things. I mean, it's kind of maybe a bit predictable. Pastas and risotto, always with a kick side salad, whatever is in season at the time. Like, it's just easy. It's like comforting. They love it. It's quite good for parents if they're coming home in dribs and drabs because of clubs and this and that and the other. Just like reality of being a parent. Like, not everyone's always around the table at the same time. Certainly my Monday to Friday. So it's quite flexible for that. My mum's Sunday roast dinner, condiments, mustard, beef, lamb, pork, always changing, chicken. Just, I mean, look, it's a great meal for sure. Always celebrating the seasons of veggies, like loads of gravy. But really more the choreography around the table, memories of Nan and Grandad, you know, constantly Dad asking for, you know, horseradish sauce or gravy or like, just like, but just, it's just a beautiful thing, the ritual. I don't have a go-to. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, it's like, who's coming? What are they like? Are they tricky? Are they advanced cooks or are they basic cooks? Like, if they're advanced, I might find myself going more basic, like more like analog and like literally just concentrating on the perfect potato and like crunch and like simple things done well. But also they might be like a right nightmare and sort of fussy and a pain in the ass and you've got to break it down. I do think, again, an unusual roast is quite helpful. So like maybe something they haven't seen before, and it's something you can give love to and get in the oven, and then it gives you time to sort of do a few other things but have time to spend with them, having a laugh. If in doubt, make sure you've got cocktails on arrival and you can, you know, get them to a place. A carpenter, definitely. I think like the idea of flour and water or flour and eggs making pasta is very much like a chunk of wood that's seasoning and moving and bending and twisting, and the idea of turning it into something feels like something maybe I could have made myself good at if I'd have given it enough time. Goodness gracious me, that's hard. I can't give you one, right? But this is a random thought that's not very useful, but if I could ban anything, it would be chewing gum. I was walking up the street the other day and the whole street was ruined with a patchwork quilt of chewing gum. So I wouldn't ban a flavour combination, I'd ban chewing gum. Unless you could jet wash it off, but you can't. That's the weirdest answer ever given. Maybe Sadiq Khan's here, maybe I should have a word with him.